Welcome back to Kentucky Farm Bureau's Bluegrass and Backroads. Fleming County is probably best known for its covered bridges. Most were built in the 1800s and have become a real treasure for the folks in northern Kentucky. We're going to visit 3 of those historic structures and attend the Fleming County Covered Bridge Festival.
The fact that there are people's names and initials carved in there that go back in the 1800s, just seeing the architecture, you know that someone designed that back in the 1800s, and the timber framing that went on, and for transportation, and why they built the bridges. Most of the bridges were found next to mills, the old mills in the creeks, so people could cross from one side of the creek to the other to get their corn ground. So there's so much history and so many reasons that are so sentimental to a lot of people, and I think that the bridge adopts the people more than the people adopt the bridge, because they're just a work of art.
The bridges are part of our heritage. There's only 13 left in the state of Kentucky, and we're quite proud that we were lucky enough to preserve 3 of them here in Fleming County, except at one time we had 20 here. So we want to do all we can to preserve these 3. And several years ago, well, 8 years ago actually, the Kentucky legislature proclaimed that Fleming County was the covered bridge capital of Kentucky. And we use that as our bragging rights and to help promote the covered bridges in the county.
At one time, there were more than 400 covered bridges in Kentucky. Today in Flemingsburg, the Covered Bridge Festival celebrates the 3 remaining in Fleming County.
While the bridge was still over Sand Lake Creek on past Goddard, there was a killing in it. Hobart Green shot and killed him, shot him in the back and killed him. Hobart thought that Joe had stole 2-gallon moonshine still from him, and I guess that was his way of paying him back.
The festival gives folks the opportunity to hear stories about the bridges and to see each bridge up close.
That's why we're here today, is the Covered Bridge Festival. So many people are interested in covered bridges throughout Kentucky, especially the Goddard covered bridge that's right behind us. Original date of construction of the bridge was somewhere in the era of 1820 to 1850. Around 1932, it was relocated from Sand Lick. This still crosses Sand Lick here, but it was about a mile downstream, and it was relocated to this location in 1932. Around 1960, it had some restoration. Next year, for the festival, you will be able to drive your vehicle through the covered bridge.
Bridges are, I think, part of Kentucky's heritage. There are links with, to our past. Kentucky had a lot of covered bridges up until about the time of the Civil War. A lot of the bridges were burnt during the Civil War. And the few that we have left it's our connection to our heritage, it's our connection to the past. And I think covered bridges have a tendency for us to go back in history to a more relaxed time, to a time our fathers or our grandfathers, horse and buggies, and our rural and our agricultural past.
The festival not only brings out history buffs talking about local bridge folklore, but local artists demonstrate their crafts and skills. From salsa to fresh ground cornmeal, local farmers share their age-old family recipes. So if you're ever in Fleming County on the 4th Saturday of August, make sure you take time to visit the Covered Bridge Festival and listen to the good folks in Flemingsburg reminisce about their historic landmarks.
Grain City Bridge, there's real good swimming hole, right? 2 good swimming holes below. One just below the bridge and then one on down closer to the riffle. There was a big sycamore tree down there that we had a rope in, and we'd swing out over the creek and let go. And I've made lots of trips up and down the creek bank over there.
Well, I'm not a native of Fleming County, but I do, I've lived here now longer than I've lived any place else, and I wouldn't want to live any place else.